Your gift will make room for you. But there's nothing worth making without Christ. Keep him first in all you do. The creator of all things will supply, alright. Enter the creative mind. Displaying Christ in creativity.
Go ahead, Pheadra, you started on this.
Lord and Savior, we thank you tonight,
Yes.
God, for everything that you've done for us, your goodness, your kindness.
Yes, Lord.
Lord, we thank you for this ETCM, Lord.
Yes, Lord.
We thank you for the blessing that it will be,
In
for the
Jesus'
lives,
name. Yes.
for the lives that it will touch.
Yes.
Thank you for every person who has a hand in helping to bring it to fruition.
Yes, yes,
Every
Lord.
participant, every subject, we thank
Yes,
you.
yes.
Even as we're about to record, Lord, we pray that you will
Oh,
guide
God.
us, Lord,
Yes,
in the name
yes,
of Jesus.
yes. Maybe
You know, God, this
relax,
program
God.
is for your honor and for your glory.
Yes,
We want
Lord.
you to be seen, God.
Yes.
In everything
yes.
we do, we want you to be glorified.
Yes.
So we invite you in our midst, God, touch the equipment, even the
Yes.
power, Lord, that for everything that will be done tonight,
Yes.
that will go well.
Yes, there'll
We
be no
declare, we speak
distraction, oh
over it,
God, no
that
obstruction,
it will be
oh
well,
God.
it will go well. All
Yes,
that we
oh
plan
God.
to get out of it will come
Yes,
out.
yes. Guide
In the
us, guide
precious
our
name of
list.
Jesus.
Amen.
Welcome, welcome.
Really a pleasure. I'm really so happy to have you on our program so that we could talk of this ginger juice. I've been so looking forward to meeting him. Is it a him or a her?
It's a horror, thank you.
I'm so be looking forward to meeting you, lovely. So how it has been? What's happening right now? I mean, last time we spoke, you talked to some supermarkets and they were carrying your product. What's happening now with ginger juice?
Well,
With
first,
organic pure.
yes. First off, it's my absolute pleasure to be on ETCM
Yeah.
and to be one of the
thanks.
subjects. I'm very grateful and I'm humbled by the opportunity.
Thank you so
And
much.
it's a pleasure to have Organic Pure on ETCM. I think we make a great match.
True, true, true,
And
true.
Organic Pure Ginger Juice has been dying to meet you. You've met
I
over the
heard a
phone,
lot.
you've
Yes.
met with pictures, and so you'll have an
Yes,
opportunity a little
yes.
later on to actually have a sample of
Oh,
Organic Pure.
nice,
But
nice.
since we were launched to the public on the 28th of November,
Okay.
God has been opening doors. We are in three supermarkets, including one chain. So in total,
Okay.
5 locations so far.
Nice, nice.
And we're going to be in other supermarkets. What happened is that because it's December, a lot of supermarkets have closed off from taking new supplies on
Oh.
board. But I've gotten guarantees that come January I will get some shelf space. So I'm very, very much looking forward to
Oh,
that.
that is so. The feedback has been great.
Oh my goodness, feedback has been awesome. Like people have been discovering the ginger juice via social media. Social media is a great platform. I've been promoting. Family and friends, they've been sharing my posts. So
Yeah.
thank you very much, my church family, my friends,
Yeah.
my relatives. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
sharing and helping to get the word out about Organic Pure.
Because it's a great initiative. I hate grating ginger.
Yeah,
I
me too.
hate peeling ginger. So the idea to have it already done for me, I'm looking forward to sampling ginger juice, organic pure. That is so great. So, do you have any products line coming on the organic pure? Any other product on the organic pure that is in the work that you're willing to share at this junction with the public?
Well, we are. I have some concepts, and I do have some in the very early development stage. So I would say about the first quarter of next year or so,
Okay.
we will be introducing some other products. Not necessarily under Organic Pure because Organic
Okay.
Pure is strictly, I want to focus on the name is a portmanteau organic and pure.
Yeah.
So I want to focus on things that are organic and also pure. So this here, what you have is the pure juice of the ginger. There's
Ginger.
no water. There's absolutely nothing added to it.
Yeah. Which means, folks, you cannot drink it from the bottle.
Well, you could just a shot,
Okay. Okay.
Just if
Thank
have
you for clarifying that.
if you have a little sore throat or so that you want to get rid of, you can take a snap glass of the
Okay.
juice. But yeah, so certainly under my business name NextraVentures, we'll be
Okay.
going out into other agro processing.
Okay, that is. I'm looking forward to hear what more you have on the organic pure and extra venture. I so love it. Love the bottle, the look of it. It looks so elegant
Yes, it
and,
does.
and nice. It's kind of sexy. Yeah, ginger.
Yes, indeed. Like I told somebody, lots of people they commend me about the packaging, but I said, ginger is ginger. There's nothing. When you think about ginger, you don't conjure up no warm, fuzzy feelings. So you need
You
something.
did. You somehow you did it. You did
Well,
it. You did
the
it.
look at least, in the look at least, right? So we
You
want
did
people
it.
to know it's okay because in given the times that we're living in the pandemic, ginger helps to promote good health.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people, we find that the virus attacks people who have underlying health conditions. So people
Yeah.
don't pay attention to their health. And so one way is to always, do things, eat healthy,
Yeah.
get your adequate rest, exercise, but generally have a healthy lifestyle.
Okay.
Right? So organic pure ginger really helps us to
So
be healthy.
So that is great, especially for this time like now where persons are not going to take a piece of ginger and chew it or something like that. Now they can just take a snap
Yeah,
in
they
a
can
teaspoon
they add it
of
to
and
things.
help with boosting their immune system.
Yes.
That is great. So tell us a bit more about your business in the whole Nextra Venture. What's your vision for Nextra Venture? How long you've been, you've started, and yes.
Well, NextraVentures have actually, I've always been inclined to business, and NextraVentures was actually registered back in 2015,
Okay.
but I hadn't started any venture under NextraVentures. But in this year, actually September, when I found myself out of a job,
Okay. So you're saying within just 3 months you moved from being out of a job,
Right.
jobless, unemployed, to wow, businesswoman of Nextra Venture, organic
Because
pure ginger
ideas
juice.
have always been percolating. I've
Okay.
always, like I said, I'm always inclined to business. I'm always, I have ideas written down. So I know exactly what I want to get into. I know I have a fair idea of, things that will work.
I think
and
that
how
is
it
a
will work.
testimonies for so many persons out there that can, you know, learn from that. That sometimes if you're out of a job or something change in your life, it doesn't mean it's the end.
Well, for me, it was just the beginning. I think it as God directing me because I always say this is my plan A. Business is my plan A. So when I
Okay.
found myself out of a job, plan A was activated.
That's so interesting. Usually people are trying to activate plan B, but you activated plan A.
Activate
you
my plan A.
you walk on the purpose and path that you were really meant to be.
Yes, I feel so. And there was a certain ease with which, I didn't panic, oh, what am I going to do? I'm out of a job, I'm getting married, whatever. So I was like, okay, went and reactivated my business registration and right away started, getting all my documents up to formally register because I want to do things properly. I find lots of businesses that started out, they haven't any documentation. And for me,
Okay.
that is important because I've seen a lot of, businesses, micro and small businesses, they come up, they can't do business formally because they don't have documentation.
documentation.
They don't have their tax returns. They haven't filed any tax
Okay.
returns and
Okay.
all of those things. So I want to take
Pheadra, so you were telling me
Displaying
that
Christ in creativity.
September you started this business. You got your business registered in all the necessary registrations that has to be done. So I want you to give us tell the viewers a little bit more about that process, because we know sometimes with small business you think, okay, you have a shop, you don't need to do any registration, but what would be some of the things that they need to get done? And you were able to do it within 3 months time, September, and now you have your business, it's popular supermarkets, they're carrying it. So what would be some of the things that someone who's newly starting in business that they would need to do or they should do to gain success?
Um, first off, I always encourage people to get ready. You have to name something. Have a business name. At the very least, register a business name. This, a name says so much about.
And is that process difficult to do?
It's not. You pay what, about $5,000. You collect a form and you get back your registration in about 7 to 10 days, I think.
Okay.
So that's basically that. So you name something, right? You give your business a name which has a character. So you also get your compliance, because I'm looking forward. My business is not just for Guyana. So
Yeah, you
I'm
have a
looking
vision.
forward, right? So I have to get all of my documentation up to standard and up to speed, because I want to export. Now I have to, if I'm exporting, I have to have my compliances in order for when I encounter GRA,
Yeah.
right? What happens that a lot of times people make the mistake of, oh, they think, oh, I'm earning below the threshold, so I don't need to file a tax return. Whether you are working or not, the law requires us to file a tax return. It usually comes back to haunt a lot of small businesses when they have to get a compliance, and they have to pay some arbitrary amount, or they have to go and get some JP to swear to say that, okay, I haven't been working, or I've worked for this amount of money. So whether you are working, and please, small business owners, just start, anybody, all citizens of Guyana, please file your tax returns. If you have to go sell a vehicle or do anything, then you have to get compliances, and then you're struggling to get something up. Just file your tax return.
Yeah.
Let the authorities know how much you've been earning. If you don't have to pay tax, that is fine, but you still have to
Okay.
file your tax return.
No, we're not advertising for GP, GRA. However, it is in the law for us to file tax returns.
And it's a necessary part of doing business.
Yeah.
And also now that we are in an oil economy, and lots of majors are coming to Guyana, lots of big companies, and they want to do business with locals.
Yeah.
But if we're not formally registered, if we don't have the documentation, they can't do business with us.
Okay.
So we may have the best product out here, but if we're not registered, if our documents are not in order, documentation not
That's
in order,
true.
then our chances are very, very slim to none.
So what would be, given that you're selling a food item, what would be some of the things that a small business or any business may require to, I'm guessing a food handler certificate would be one?
Sanitary certificate, and in this case you're manufacturing something, you have to get a permit from the Food and Drug Department. You take your product to be tested to ensure that it's free from all the bacteria that causes harm or can potentially harm people.
Yes.
Then you do, I think I did 2 product testing, and to ensure it's compliant with a particular standard.
Yes. So you hear that you're safe with Organic Pure. It's pure, it's been tested.
Yes.
She did all the groundwork. So I'm so happy that small businesses, that they could listen to you and hear, okay, this is what you need to do, so that when you go out there to promote your product, people can trust in your brand, they can trust in your product because you've done all that need to be done.
Yes.
So is there anything else that a small business owner that you would want to share, concerning strategy, about opportunities out there to help them promote and grow? Because I'm just amazed that you would have had, you came up with it. What inspired? I have so many questions.
Sure,
Where should I go?
me?
What inspired ginger juice? Why ginger juice? I mean, that is one of the things. Of course, why ginger juice? And then I, yes.
Well, long story short, the same reason that you would fall in love with this product is the same reason I developed it, because I love ginger, and quite often when I go to the market and buy ginger, on the first day I probably use a piece, but then as I need it right away, it's like, okay, forget about it. Maybe next time I cook with it. So I end up having ginger 2, 3, 4 weeks getting swizzled up, not using it. I need to use it, but because
Of the
cleaning and
work.
peeling, and you just want a little piece. Sometimes you make some swank.
Yeah.
You want a little piece of ginger. You gotta go and peel and grate ginger. So, and I love juicing too.
Okay,
So I'm
okay.
like, you know what? Let me try this. So I tried it out first for my own self. So I had the ginger juice for myself, and I'm like, let me test it out. So I called my pastor's wife. I explained to her. I said, would you use this product? So I sent her a sample, and then I kept giving out samples and testing people's feedback. And I'm like, yeah, this is new, this is different. I would definitely use this. Convenient for me.
Yes.
And then the feedback has been so great about it. It's like, girl, I love ginger.
I mean,
But
I genuinely
just
love
don't
it too. I love the
have the
concept. I
time.
love the idea. I hate eating a food and then I bite on a ginger and say, no, you need to grate the ginger,
So
but not
what I
everyone
wanted to
wants.
provide
Yeah.
was convenience in a bottle. So I'm not selling people ginger. People already are aware about the benefits of ginger. What I'm selling you here is convenience.
Okay.
Saves you time, convenience. Imagine you wake up in the middle of the night, you have a sore throat.
Yeah.
You can go in your fridge and you take a snapshot of ginger juice and use it. You can make some ginger tea right on the fly, right? You get some water, some hot water, some honey, and some ginger.
Okay, so now you're having me all anxious to taste and try some of your ginger juice, right? You got those,
Okay.
just going. So could we do, could you give us a little demonstration? Well, at least allow me to taste, see what and how it's done. I mean, I've been looking forward to this, Pheadra. So let's
I
try
think
it
we will.
out, please.
I will,
Please.
because we can use ginger and organic pure ginger juice and basically anything. You can add it to your swank. You can make. Oh, Christmas is coming up. I don't know if this episode will air before Christmas, but ginger beer is a big thing. So organic
True.
pure saves you a lot of work.
True. I remember grating ginger as a child, and then when I finished, my
Use up your
hands were
finger, right?
blistered and burnt for a while.
Yes. So people who have allergy, it burns the skin, your sensitive skin. This is the product for them, right? So you add it to your food, you season your meat with it. Anything that you use ginger with on a regular basis, you use organic pure. But I'm gonna use
Let's
it in
try,
some
let's
swank for
try.
tonight.
Oh,
Or
great.
today.
Great. So we'll be back. We're going to try some swank with some ginger juice inside. Stay tuned.
Displaying Christ in
Hi,
creativity.
we're back. And we're in Pheadra's kitchen and we're about to try the zing in the ginger juice. So come on down. Let's see. What do you have here, Pheadra?
Well, I have prepared one of the timeless Guyanese drinks, swank. It's very simple, but everybody knows on a hot day, a nice cold swank that touches all the space, all the spots going down. It gets you places, right?
That is true.
There's nothing much you can do to swank, but we like to amp it up a bit with some ginger juice.
Yeah.
So we're gonna pour a little of our organic pure ginger juice in the swank to turn it up several notches, right?
And
So-
this is the first time I'm going to taste this ginger juice. I am excited about it.
All right. So now it depends. I love it hot, right? Some people like it mild, but I love to taste the ginger. When the ginger is going down, I like to feel it.
But we should probably shake it up a bit first before we use it, right? Or
Well,
that
this
is-
here, the settling does occur because of the different layers of the ginger. So this here is starch. So some people like it because it adds a little more texture and a little more depth to the look of the ginger, but I kind of leave it there. Neither here or there. So we're
So
going to
whatever is your choice.
of our organic pure ginger juice. So how do you like it, Prudence?
A little, not too hot, not too.
All right, so the
you know,
nice thing about this here is that you can throw and you can taste. Whereas in grated ginger, there's no way of doing all the tasting to see how the level of heat that you like.
So how would you know how much to put? I mean, we
I
have
just
here.
throw some and then I taste.
Okay,
So it
okay, we
depends on how you
test
like
it.
it, right?
Okay,
So I pour out some
okay,
see
okay.
and give it a little stir,
Okay. So may I
and
try?
then you can try to see how hot you like it.
Some like it hot, some like it cold, and some like it with zinger. Oh,
So
this is
that-
nice, but
A little more heat.
I think we could add a little more heat.
All right, there we go. We can do that. Give her another little stir again.
I think she'll be fine. Just add me some ice, and I think I'm ready to go. The taste is good. You guys have to try it. I've never tried swank with ginger inside. I would use ginger with nearly everything when I do decide to grate it, but I love this idea.
And we put some ice there for you. And
Okay.
you can go ahead and enjoy
Let's-
organic pure.
Let's
Ginger juice.
stir it up a bit.
Oh, you want it to.
Give me a minute. You have to try this. It's lovely. Try it for yourself. I mean, I know you've done it several times
I
before.
use ginger in everything. Even when I'm drinking water, I pour like a teaspoon of ginger in my water. So all the time I'm drinking ginger.
Wow, nice. No coronavirus was going to get you because your immune system is going to be very boosted.
I'm trying, trying to stay healthy, yes.
So Pheadra, tell us a bit about how you see God in what you do. How do you incorporate in your business plan and your agenda? Because I'm a firm believer, it's there in the Bible that we were created in His image and likeness. So the things that we do, it's all reflecting who He is. But how do you marry to being a businesswoman?
Well, the thing is, I consider my life an exhibit of God's goodness. So everything that I do, everything that comes out of me should reflect God. So in business, it's all about being excellent.
Yeah.
Let's talk about being excellent at what is good.
Yeah.
Talk about Daniel when he served in Nebuchadnezzar's empire and all the other empires. He said Daniel possessed an excellent spirit. So I want to do things at such a level that when people see them, wow, this has never been done. How could you do this? I want to perform, with excellence. I want Christ to be seen and all. When people look at what I do and they know that I'm Christian, they're like, okay, so it's not all that bad. It's not that bad. Right?
Christians could have businesses
We
too.
can have business, we can try. We don't have to do on the hand or shady things. We can do above the board. We can still excel. We can still prosper. And so that is my mission, to excel, to really excel in business.
Okay, so what would you tell to other Christians, other believers who may have a desire to get into business, but they may be not sure because sometimes out there you think that you need to do something underhand, you need to pass a bribe to receive favor. What would you say to them, given that you form NextraVentures, you have organic, pure, and successful ginger juice has been successful, and there's more success to come. So what would you say to other believers?
Certainly, there are people who might be a little hesitant about getting into business because they think, and even not only business, in politics, they might think, oh, I have to be like the regular politician, the run-of-the-mill politician. I have to be like the regular business person, or the rogue business person, I should say, passing bribes and all of those things. You don't have to do it. But I'm talking when we commit our plans to God, He will establish it, right?
So in saying commit your plans to God, I'm thinking that if you want to form a business as a believer, you want to pray about it.
Certainly, you want to pray about it. I mean, I prayed about it. We've had prayer sessions about the business and praying about it and asking God to direct, because you need wisdom, and you need insight. So I'm talking about wisdom will lead us down delightful paths. In her left hand is life, in her right hand is wealth.
Yeah.
Well, I want that, and I want wisdom. right?
So you
Solomon,
have to go to the source of
you have
wisdom.
to
Yeah.
go to the source of wisdom.
Yeah.
Solomon, he was able to be successful because he asked God for wisdom, right? Wisdom helps us to use knowledge correctly.
Yeah.
Because we can have the world of knowledge, all the book knowledge in the world, if we're not able to make the right decisions, we're not able to use wisdom to make the
Yeah.
right decision, it benefits no one.
So basically, what you're saying is that your success, you owe it to God.
All to God.
All to
All to
God. So
God. All the ideas. Listen, when I get up, I give God thanks. I may be pondering upon a certain. He might just drop something in my spirit. This here for me, this is all God gave me. Idea
Amen.
to do this is all God gave me. Because I was
I
not
love
thinking
that.
about what can I do with ginger? It just came to me from something that I love doing. I love juicing and I love ginger and just marrying those things together. It was all God given. Right? And so any other ideas, all those that I've written down, for me, they're all God given.
Yeah. So you see, God doesn't just marry people; He marries ideas too. Okay, He married those two things together. Now you have a business brand to maintain. So to God be the glory
All the
indeed,
time.
and
All
it's
the
a
time.
product of Guyana. So you're representing GT. That is
I
that
am
is so excellent,
representing.
and representing us very well too.
Yes.
So that is good. So congratulations
Thank you very much.
on your business. And of course, maybe talk about all the glorious thing, but we have to talk a bit about some of the challenges that you would have faced in growing your business, because we don't want people to leave thinking everything is hunky dory. So, what would have been like some of the challenges that you faced and is facing as a businesswoman here in Guyana, not just in this season or because of the pandemic, but general?
The biggest challenge for a new business is access to capital.
Oh,
Capitalizing
money
your business.
answers all
Right?
things.
Yes, that's the biggest challenge. And for me, I've had to go into my own savings to get started, because when you go to a bank, it's always good to have something. Sometimes a good business plan alone would not help you get financing.
So, okay, I want us to emphasize that point that if you want to get into business, it's so important that you have financing, that you yourself put something there, that no business, no bank is probably going to give a loan to someone who's not willing to
Yeah, you have to have
put
some skin in the game, really.
Yeah.
Because if you, and it brings me back to the point that it's important to write down your business plan, to flesh out your business. A lot of people just have an idea and that's it. You have to write the vision down. Right? It
Write the
helps you
vision
with
down.
accountability. It helps to see if you're going on track, or if you're still on track, or if you're going off track. Somebody might come and give a suggestion for your business, and you might get all excited because it sounds good. But when you look back at your blueprint, how does it align with your vision?
That is
It might
true.
be good, but it might not be good for your business. It might
Or
not be
at
good
that-
for your business. It
or
might not
at
be
that
good
time.
At that time.
Yeah.
Right? So business plan helps us to stay focused. So it is one tool with which we can make a case to access financing, but also helps us to be focused and to remain on track with our
That's
business.
true.
We can review, we can update, but we have to have something that we're working with.
So those are very good advice to the small businessman. Sometimes we think, okay, because we're small, we don't need to have records, we don't need to document, but
absolutely not.
that is not the case, really. That's
Documentation
basically what you
is
say. That's not the
important.
case.
Documentation
It's
is
so
important.
important.
What you're spending, your income is very important. Your
Important.
expenses, very, very important.
To record that.
document.
Tell us a bit about, is there anywhere out there where a small business person could go to access financing? Because yes, you may have a little skin in the game, but you may not know necessarily how to articulate well to a bank to assist you with granting a loan, or the rates that they're asking for might be a bit too high. Could you tell us a bit based on your experience, or even general knowledge, if there's any way that small businesses could go and receive financing?
Well, there are a number of ways that you can raise finances. You can raise, from family and friends. You can get them involved in your business. They can invest in your business, so you can raise finance there. They can have a stake in the business, or they can just give you a loan that you wouldn't be burdened with a high interest rate.
Yeah.
Or they may be
Or if
generous
they're
enough to
asking for a
lend you.
high interest rate, maybe you need another source.
Right. So one of the first things you should look about is family
Yeah.
and see if they're willing to invest in your business. In terms of government resources, there's a small business bureau of which I'm a client. One of the first things that I did was to register with the bureau because there you can benefit from training. There are lots of opportunities that pop up.
Okay.
For example, taking part in expos. Expos are very good. Matter of fact, when I launched my product, I launched it at a farmer's market, which is sort of akin to an expo.
Yeah.
And so that there caused a lot of people to hear about organic
Organic
pure.
pure. So
Right.
registering with the small business bureau, you said register, so I'm assuming that they're asking for certain documents,
Yes.
which links right
Business
back to what you
registration,
talk
your,
about registering your business and
GRA
having all
compliance,
these
your NIS
documents.
compliance. So those 3 key documents. So you register
Okay.
with them. So they do have a loan program where they guarantee loan for small businesses.
Okay.
Up to I think 40% of the collateral requirements, and the interest rate is about 6%, which is manageable for a
Okay.
small business. Outside of that, they give grants.
Okay.
But you have to have a proper business plan.
Plan.
They can believe in and say, okay, you needed financing to do this or that.
Oh, okay, that is.
There are other microfinance institutions. There's iPad. There may be one other, but those
But
are
the thing is,
ones
I mean, if you're going into business, you should do some
you
research.
definitely have
You
to
need
do
to do some research and see what's out there and what you need if you want to be an authentic business and be successful here, because there are opportunities to be
There
had.
are opportunities, and you must take some risks, and some of the risks involve, your own personal resources as part of the package, part of the risk.
Okay. Pheadra, I know we're talking on such an important topic, but I just need to take another sip because I'm truly enjoying this drink.
I'm happy.
It was a pleasure having you on Enters a Creative Mind.
But it's a pleasure to be here, actually.
Where can persons get access to the ginger juice? If you could tell our viewers some of the places, website, where can we find organic pure products?
First off, they can they can connect with Organic Pure on Facebook at Organic Pure. We are on Instagram also, Organic Pure _ginger_juice. You can WhatsApp us on 662-2010. Outside of that, we are at 5 supermarket locations at this point, but we're going to be in, I will say, all of the major supermarket locations in Region 4. So right now we are at the Guyana shop, we are at Costco Supermarket in Farm and East Bank of Demerara. We are at the DSL cash and carry locations in Rhineville, Sheriff Street, and Diamond. So come next year, early we're going to be in Matai, we're going to be in Bounties, and we're working on Massey, but I'm going to speak, we're going to be in Massey Supermarket.
Yes, speak it into being, right?
Yes.
And her information would be in the credits and it will be listed down below. So please make contact with Pheadra, make contact with Organic Pure, and try. And one advice, you try this mix also. It's swank with a little touch of ginger juice. It gives you a nice zing.
I do post recipes from time to time though.
Oh, on my
Facebook and
what's
Instagram.
your page?
At Organic Pure.
Oh,
Facebook
at
is
Organic
Pure. Right.
Oh, yes.
And Instagram is Organic Pure _ginger_juice. So there's a, do I have swang? I don't have a swang, but I have ginger boost up shot. I have ginger beer, spiced ginger beer. So yeah, and those actually get a lot of hits.
Okay,
Yeah,
the ginger beer.
The recipes.
Recipes, okay,
Yes, yes.
okay.
So people actually
Nice, lovely. See you next time on Enters the Creative Mind.
Your gift will make room for you. But there's nothing worth making without Christ. Keep him first in all You do. Displaying Christ in creativity.